Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 25. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Faulkner. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Faulkner. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. Looking to throw. Tunnel. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So opening drive 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Back to throw. Tunnel. Blitz coming, and down he goes. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Looking to throw. Tunnel. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Black. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out. Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On third down, Jackson. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Jackson
drops this off with Nwangu.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it second down. To throw again is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up.
You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run on first down. Faulkner.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Tuttle. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
To throw on 3rd down. Tuttle. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, Tuttle. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by Watson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Under pressure, they got him again. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. 4th down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. On the toss, here's Nwangu. And some space here.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. 51 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw there taken in by Smith. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Kene Nwangu with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks. The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Up the middle, Nwangu. 92 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
In motion right is Smith. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play action. Now Jackson. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Tuttle. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Black. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Throwing on first down. Tuttle. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On first down, Faulkner. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 2nd down now, Faulkner. He will push his way down to about the 14. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Tuttle. Over the middle, complete. It's Black. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. On 4th down, Tuttle. He finds Watson, complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Here we go. Black, 95.
They'll run on first down. Faulkner. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Slot man moves right. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson. He'll get this to Nwangu. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now a handoff to Chandler. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To throw is Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. And the slot man goes in motion left. They run it with Chandler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson now. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And the drive starts with a completion left side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Now a handoff up the middle. Faulkner.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st down, Faulkner, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
2nd and 14.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Faulkner. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Faulkner. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run on 1st down. Faulkner, nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Back to throw. The quick slant caught. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Now Jackson.
Rolling to his right.
And he will have a 1st down as he's out of bounds to stop the clock with 17 seconds to play.
9 yards that time. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the 1st down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Jackson.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, this defense, Charles, we know how good they are, but they've been beat a couple of times in this game. However, they got the latest laugh.
And how about the way they hung in there? Because you're exactly right. They're not used to being dented as they've been so far in this game. But what they just did there with that pick 6, that's the equivalent of what was happening to them. They're throwing touchdown passes against them. Okay, we'll take one back against you.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Packers, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they will get a home date next week against the Los